You won't believe how easy it is for a rodent to get into your house. Let me tell you the difference between rats and mice. People tend to get them confused. A mouse is a very small animal. Rats are much larger, and in this area, we tend to have two different kinds of rats, Norway rats and roof rats. And as you can imagine, both of them can climb. I've seen rats crawl literally up a brick wall. So you want to make sure that there are no openings in your house that allows them to get in. There's also another thing we see sometimes, and that's a squirrel in the attic or a possum in the attic. That does happen, not quite as frequently, but be aware that other animals can get into your attic if there's an opening. So when you're walking around outside your house, you want to be sure not only do you look around the ground, but you also look up. A lot of times where your electric meter is, there may be a pipe that goes through the eave or the overhang around your house to get into your attic. And sometimes the hole that they cut is bigger than the pipe that's inside there, and that allows a space for a rodent to get inside. So you want to look for those kind of things. Look behind your air conditioner, because oftentimes there's a pipe coming out of your air conditioner going into your wall. And if you have a brick house, they may have left off several bricks so that there's plenty of room for that pipe, but there's also plenty of room for rodents to get in as well. So you want to be sure that you cover those kinds of situations. If you have a detached garage, but a covered walkway between the two, it's often real easy for rodents to come into your garage because garage doors don't seal well. And then they can find a way to get into that covered overhang and go to the attic of your house. So be aware of what sort of openings there are in your detached garage that might be attached with a walkway to your house. And if there is an opening that goes through there, you might want to consider getting a piece of plywood, cutting it to the right size and closing that opening so that a rodent can't just walk into your garage and then go straight over to your house. When you go into your attic to investigate if you have a rodent up there because you think you've heard a sound, be very careful where you walk because there are generally not floors in attics, and you need to be very careful where you step. You don't want to come through your ceiling. But while you're up there looking around, turn off your light when you're at a safe place to stand and look for daylight. If you can see daylight coming into your attic, that's probably a spot that a rodent could come in. So once you've figured out where that is in your attic, go outside and see what that opening is. It may be a screened opening that's perfectly okay. Leave the screen there, but maybe the screen's torn. If it is, you want to replace it. If it's just a hole, you want to cover it up. Also, look at places where you have roof lines that come together. A lot of times a house will have a roof coming down and another roof coming down, and they've got this spot where the wood doesn't come all the way in and cover that space. That's a place that a rodent could get on your roof and then go into your attic. You want to get a carpenter to help you with that and make sure that you've covered that hole. If you think you have rats, click on the link below. We'd be more than happy to come out and give you a 100% free evaluation.